One track thing. Say that Jay. It's the murder. This fuck. You know. Yeah. I don't do nothing for show. Yeah.
I don't do nothing for show. I need that the realest you ever seen before. We is that wherever you wanna, we can go.
Wherever, baby.
No jet lag, never seen pistol snuck in before. We do that. That is so scandalous. Yeah, shit, freak, she can handle it.
Yo, what the fuck is the deal, bro? It's your boy SDJ, Say Dat Jay. Look, we not. Yo, what the fuck is the deal, bro? It's your boy SDJ. Hit it again. Yo, what the fuck is the deal, bro? It's your boy SDJ, Say Dat Jay. We not doing no promoing. It ain't about me, it ain't about you. RIP DMX, man. Let's have a moment of silence real quick before I get into this. All right, check this shit out. DMX, you know, RIP, man. DMX is one of the most pulverizing figures hip-hop culture has ever had. He was definitely himself in an industry where, you know, everybody bites off everybody, everybody steals from everybody. DMX always did it the dog way, you know what I mean? He just recently did the verses with Snoop Dogg not too long ago. A lot of people was reintroduced to his music. Me personally, you know, remember 98. Remember the big year that he had. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, DMX went multi-platinum twice with 2 different projects in 1 year. I don't think that's been done again. I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, DMX did some shit, you know, that's probably never gonna be matched again. As far as record sale wise, I mean, 98, you know, the year that Rough Rider Anthem, you know, Stop Drop came out. This was a time, you know, for people that don't know, for people that may be a little younger, you know, my demographic is mostly old people, so y'all know, but you might be a little younger or not knowing or just unaware. But, you know, after Tupac died in 96, the game was really missing, you know, that pulverizing figure, like I said, like that star, that guy to bring more people into the culture, you know what I mean? And DMX was definitely, you know, I wouldn't say Tupac's replacement, because DMX always had his own style, his own get down, the dogs, the chokers, you know what I'm saying? But he was definitely, you know, a void filler after Tupac, you know. After Tupac, of course, everybody knows Biggie died a little bit after that, a few months later. And, you know, after that, hip-hop was in a fucked up place, you know. It was in a fucked up place, you know. And one thing that helped everything was the dog, was X, you know what I mean? And he really drew, I remember, you know, I went to elementary school. I was like the only black kid in my elementary school. You know, I was like one, it was like another girl, you know, shout out to Tiffany if you're out there. It was a girl named Tiffany, and then that was it, you know. We was like the only 2 black kids, you know. But one thing I remember is that, you know, DMX always played, like, you know, whether it was old, young, you know, black, white, DMX definitely touched all cultures, you know, all facets of life, you know, and that is why I think this death is gonna really hit hard to a lot of people. DMX had an impact on so many people's lives, you know, not only his music, but his story. You know, it's it's hard to come by somebody who's had a harder life or a harder coming up than X. You know, X has dealt with he dealt with addiction his whole life. You know, he was, you know, I've heard little stories. You know, it wasn't his fault that he got addicted. It wasn't his fault that he got addicted. You know, it's not always the person's fault when the addiction occurs. You know, I was talking about this on Live with the Champ yesterday. You know, people could be addicted to anything, man. You could be addicted to video games. You could be addicted to alcohol. You could be addicted to drugs. You could be addicted to sex. You could be addicted to flat fashion. You could be addicted to electronics. You could be addicted to so many things, you know. And once somebody gets addicted to that drug, it's really hard. It's really hard. It's really hard coming back, and it's really hard, you know, to maintain as far as he did. You know, X did some bids. He was in a couple rehabs. You know, he did some time, but throughout it all, you know that man still continued to pray and continue to put God on a pedestal in an industry where people don't do that. You know, and I look at that like in kind of like amazement, you know, because DMX would end his shows with a prayer, you know, and that's really deep if you think about it. You know, I feel like DMX was put here for a purpose to, you know, spark some flames and wake a few people up. And, you know, to be quite honest about it, for all the people that saying DMX is, or nobody gave a fuck then, why do we give a fuck now? And, you know, niggas like Hassan Campbell and Charleston White, hey, yo, fuck y'all niggas, bro. DMX changed culture. DMX, you know, helped hip-hop. You know, DMX, the year 1998, you know, wouldn't have been the same without DMX. You know, like, he shifted the culture forward. So, if you got some type of, oh, black people this, black people that, effect about this shit, when this man, you know, it wasn't his fault he was on drugs. Somebody put that man on drugs. You know, if you do the research, you hear the story, you know, DMX battled with drugs from a very, very, very young age, you know, before he was, you know, of the age to make adult decisions, which a lot of y'all got the fucking opportunity to be in a position to make adult decisions when you was an adult. So if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, black people ain't say nothing then while we coming out, you know, fuck you. You know, and that's EFFYOUTV. This EFFYOUTV over here, we love, we support X, you know, I don't gotta say no names, but you know, I've dealt around, you know, with people close to the situation. It's really fucked up, you know, because X always had a good heart. He was always praying, and you know, he was a good dude that struggles with certain things like everybody else does, you know. But all day, R.I.P. DMX, a legend, a great, you know what I'm saying, passed away today at 50 for the culture. You know, this is a very somber day for the culture. So if a motherfucker ain't somber, then that tells you how much they about this fucking culture, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think about that. I got a lot of shit coming. I'm not on this motherfucker to promote, though. I got a lot of shit coming. Stay tuned. RIP DMX, man. I'm out this motherfucker, man. RIP X, man.